Hi, I'm Ashley, founder of Back to Basics. Now that spring cleaning is upon us, we thought it would be really helpful to share our top 3 detox swaps with you. Now, this is important any time of year, but especially right now when you're really getting into the deep cleaning of your home, you might be using some conventional products that you've used for years, but might not be the healthiest for you. So we're here to find those top 3 culprits and swap them out for clean, healthy, safe alternatives. The first detox swap I want to share is laundry detergent. Now, this is a really important one. This is one that if I'm ever asked if I can only do one thing to swap to a cleaner lifestyle, what should it be? I always say laundry detergent. The reason for this is our exposure rate to the type of chemicals that are in these products. So if you think about it, with laundry detergent, if you have your washer and dryer going, that's creating a lot of indoor air pollution. It's kicking out all of the chemicals that are in the laundry detergent out into the air in our home. Now, as you take the laundry out of the dryer, say your bed sheets are in there, you put them on your bed, you're sleeping in that 8 hours a night, so you're breathing in all of the toxins from those chemicals all night long. Then say you go out into the world, you're going to get some fresh air, you're going on a hike, but you're wearing the clothes that have just been washed in that conventional detergent. You're bringing those toxins with you and breathing that in and letting it absorb into your skin all day long. So that's why I say this is such a high impact swap. By swapping out a conventional laundry detergent for a clean alternative, you're going to make a major impact on your health right away, one that you'll notice the difference of. So that's why this is a top swap for me. The type of chemicals that are in laundry detergents, you'll often see are petrochemicals. So petrochemicals are a category or class of chemicals that are oil based. So if you think of one of the most popular petrochemicals, petroleum, it's an oil. So when you apply these type of oily chemicals to your fabrics, they're not going to be removed very easily. In order to get rid of an oil, you need to use something that's not just water based. So if you're to rinse out something with oil on it, it's not going to come off very easily. You need to introduce something like a surfactant. A surfactant is something that's going to get bubbly and sudsy and going to strip the oils from the fabric that it's on. So unfortunately, if you've been using a conventional laundry detergent, it's not as easy as just switching to a clean one and thinking that the other chemicals have just gone away. What you really need to do is detox your laundry system and your clothes. So the first step is to use a half cup to a full cup of distilled vinegar, just regular cleaning vinegar, white vinegar that you can get at any store. So you're going to put a half cup to a full cup in your washer, and you can run it empty or with some rags in there, just something to get it cleaned out. You're going to do that 2 to 3 times in order to get rid of the conventional detergent that's been building up in there. Then with your clothes, the first time you run any of your clothes through that have been washed in the conventional detergent, you're going to do the same thing. Add a half cup to a full cup of that vinegar, and then also add in your new clean laundry detergent with it. So the clean laundry detergent will have some surfactant in it, so it'll bubble up and try and strip the oils, the petrochemical oils from those fabrics. Now you're going to have to do this multiple times, and you'll notice that the scent of the old laundry detergent will start to subside, and that'll be your cue that it's working. But it will take some time to get those out, chemicals out of your fabrics. Our favorite swaps for this type of product are Molly Suds, which is this is a powder detergent here. This powder detergent is very cost effective. This little package here does 70 loads of laundry. It's really it doesn't have an overpowering scent to it. It's going to use organic peppermint oil, essential oils to give you a nice fresh scent, but you're not going to get like an overpowering scent that you might be used to from conventional detergents. Another option, if you prefer liquids laundry detergent is Common Good. This comes in lavender, bergamot, and unscented. If you're washing a lot of infant or baby clothes, the unscented is really great. I'm a new mom and have been washing all of my little ones' clothes in the unscented Common Good. It's very gentle on anyone's skin. It's great for our clothes as well, but especially for new little ones. And both of these laundry detergents are HE friendly. The second swap that I want to recommend are air fresheners and candles. So this is a really important swap to make if you're transitioning to a clean lifestyle. The reason being is that these two products, the chemicals that are in them are so pervasive. They really throw off these airborne toxins that are then inhaled into our systems. So it's not something that's localized like a body lotion that you're applying just to your own skin. It's going to be out in the environment and absorbed by anyone in the space. So this is an important one to really eliminate and not throw out there in the first place. The reason for that is because the type of chemicals that are in these products are oftentimes not biodegradable. So once they're out there, they're there for good unless they're actively removed. So really just avoiding using these type of conventional products in the first place is the best move. And then with candles, the reason why these are extra important not to use the conventional version of is because anytime you heat something or burn something, when you take a toxin and heat it or burn it, it changes the molecular structure of it. And it actually makes it so that it's more readily absorbed into our systems. That's obviously something you don't want when it comes to a toxic chemical. Our favorite swaps for these type of products are for air fresheners. To replace that, you would use Cleaner Than Clean. So Cleaner Than Clean is going to be your new best friend if you're looking to eliminate odors. If you've been using air fresheners for that purpose, what the air fresheners are really doing is just covering up a bad smell that might already be there. Instead, with Cleaner Than Clean, you can actually eliminate the odor from the source. So any odor-causing bacteria, you spray this, it's gone. Cleaner Than Clean is purposefully not fragranced, so it's not going to give off some overpowering smell. It's just going to give you a clean slate. So whether you spray it in the air, on the dog bed, in stinky shoes, in the bathroom after someone's gone, around the garbage can, anything like that, it'll actually just give you nice, clean, fresh air. Now, if you want to introduce fragrance after that, if you want to do that in a safe way, you can use organic essential oils or any of the room sprays we have on our site. Another great way to introduce clean scent is with our clean candles. So we find that it's extremely important when you're burning or heating something to use clean ingredients all the way through. So that is particularly true with candles. And we found that a lot of candles really miss the mark in some way. Every single ingredient in the candle you need to be so careful about to make sure that it's not introducing toxins. A good example is with a candle wick. You wouldn't even think that a candle wick could introduce really toxic chemicals into your environment, but it can. So we've made sure with our candle wicks that they are unbleached, so chlorine isn't being emitted and breathed in by people that are around it. It also doesn't contain any lead, which a lot of candle wicks do. So a lot of times you're breathing in heavy metals as you're burning a candle. And then a lot of candle manufacturers will go to the efforts of making sure the wax is not a paraffin wax, which is very toxic. And they'll use a soy-based wax. But what we've found is a lot of soy wax can contain pesticides. So we've used a clean coconut and organic beeswax wax base. So it's very clean burning. And then the fragrances that we add are organic essential oils. So there's no synthetic or man-made toxic chemicals in any part of these candles. Now for the third detox swap, I want to talk about dish soaps and hand soaps. Now, these are really important to use a clean version of because the conventional versions will use a lot of toxic chemicals. One of those are surfactants. And the type of surfactants that you'll usually see, even in what we call the faux natural brands, is sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium lauryl sulfate. And these are oftentimes abbreviated as SLS or SLES. And these type of chemicals are very health damaging and should be avoided. Another thing you'll see in conventional soaps are the claim that they're antibacterial or antimicrobial. And while this might sound great because you'd be eliminating pathogens, they're using biocides in there that will not only kill the pathogen, those viruses or bacteria, but they'll also kill your good cells as well, something you definitely don't want. So we have found a lot of different studies that prove that using just regular soap and water, it does just as good a job as using a soap that is antibacterial with those toxic chemicals in it. It does just as good of a job because as you're sudsing up with that clean soap, you're actively manually removing any of the pathogens. They're gone down the drain. You don't need chemicals to kill them straight on your skin. They're gone, so there's no reason to use something like a toxic antibacterial soap. Now, the other thing with this type of product is that just like the candles, you're usually heating them up. You're using them under hot or warm water. By heating them up, they're just getting absorbed into your system that much faster. And because they're being applied straight to your skin, your body's biggest organ, they're going straight into your bloodstream and they're really not filtered out until it hits a major filtration organ like your liver or your kidneys. Definitely not something you want with a toxic chemical. Now, our favorite swaps for these type of products are our Clean Hands liquid hand soap. So this is one that we've made. And when we went out there and tried to find a great hand soap, a lot of them were missing the mark for us. They were either using preservatives that are considered natural but really are toxic to our good cells. Or they were using synthetic fragrances or fragrances that weren't quite clean enough for our standards. So we have scented these with organic essential oils and are using organic ingredients to make sure anything that's applied to your skin is going to be safe and healthy for you while still getting rid of any of that debris or pathogens that are sitting on the skin. Now for dish soap, this is one that we've been using for years. This is the Better Life dish soap. It comes in lemon mint and unscented, and anytime they're using scents, they're using really clean botanical scents. But this works just as well as the conventional dish soaps. It really cuts through grease and suds up, but there's nothing toxic in there like any of those biocides or any of the toxic surfactants like SLS or SLES that we talked about. Now, one thing you might have noticed with all three of these detox swaps is that the conventional versions of them that we've talked about all contain synthetic fragrance. So this is a really common ingredient that you'll see in most of the products that you buy that are conventional. So this is our little pro tip for you. If you want to take it further than just these three swaps, go through some of the products that you have at home. Even some of the ones that are considered natural will contain synthetic fragrance. And how you find this is by going through the ingredients list and looking for the word fragrance. It's not going to say synthetic fragrance on there, but if you find any that say fragrance, parfum, aroma, anything like that, where they're not really telling you how they're fragrancing it, if it's not explicitly written, it can be assumed that they're using synthetic fragrance. And this is what we call the fragrance loophole. So manufacturers can use that word fragrance or aroma or parfum or whatever other creative terminology they want to come up with. They can use that word though and really have a whole host of different toxic ingredients hiding under that one word. This is because they have argued that a fragrance is proprietary information to that company, so they don't want to share it publicly. But that really gives them the opportunity to hide other things in there that you probably wouldn't use if you knew the full list of ingredients. So Our little tip and challenge for you is to go through your products at home and find that word and eliminate the products that have fragrance in them. You'll really be avoiding a lot of unnecessary toxin exposure when you do so. So that's all for our 3 detox swaps this spring. If you want more clean living tips and tricks, please follow us on Instagram at backtobasics_shop or visit our site at backtobasics.shop. We're really trying to give you all of the tools that you need to continue on this clean living journey and to improve your overall health. So if you have any questions, please reach out. We always love hearing from you.